Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another stout review. Apparently we're just a stout reviewing channel now. That's the way it goes these days. This beer comes courtesy of my man, Mr. Nathan Ryerson, and hopefully it's something good. From Goose Island, Anheuser-Busch, Budweiser, whatever you want to call them these days. This is Bourbon County Reserve. This is essentially Bourbon County brand stout that has been aged in 12-year-old Elijah Craig bourbon barrels. It says 2018 vintage, 15.2% alcohol by volume. It is a huge beer. Bottled on August 4th of 2018. Said this when we reviewed Bourbon County Vanilla. No idea why they bottle these months before they release them, but it is what it is. I was out of town for Thanksgiving this year. Nathan hooked me up with this one, so I appreciate you, brother. Still have not had the base beer of this. Apparently we just review the variants around here. ZFG. Let's check her out. I have no Goose Island glassware, so we're using our Treehouse Tiku because I never get to use it. And pouring this into the bright light out here, it's pretty see-through when you pour it. Like that kind of cola color when you pour it, but in the glass it's pitch black. It looks like a killer Imperial Stout. Looks like Bourbon County, half a finger of that kind of khaki brown head. It is dissipating quickly. I mean, it's 15%, you'd expect that. The bubbles are kind of fizzy, like, I mean, we talked about when it poured, it kind of looked cola-ish. They're kind of fizzy, but when we swirl that, there's alcohol legs. Streaking down the glass looks good. And that Treehouse Tiku. Haven't used this glass in a long, long time, so. I'm a Bourbon County fan. Like I said, haven't had this vintage, the base beer, but I'm sure with these Elijah Craig barrels, I mean, it can't be anything but good, right? Shove our nose in it. Yeah, I mean, this smells like Bourbon County to me. It's super fudgy. There's a good amount of dark fruits in there too. It's decadent, it's chocolate, it's like, there's a little bit of like this kind of macadamia thing. I will say, I mean, being aged in a 12-year bourbon barrel, it's not heavy, like spirit forward, but it smells like a big beer, if that makes sense. There's nothing, and I talk about this, nothing like singeing my nostrils, but there's a good amount of barrel there. It's like that kind of woody, oaky. But yeah, there's just so much fudge, and like I said, it's like this macadamia kind of, it's desserty, like think creme brulee, like that kind of burnt sugar kind of a thing, even like a little bit of caramel. There might be a little bit of vanilla in there too. I might like be picking up more vanilla if I hadn't reviewed Bourbon County Vanilla, which was just fucking vanilla extract for days. It's not like that vanilla, but it's got like that kind of sweetness. Yeah, at over 15%, it doesn't smell hot. It smells awesome. So let's go ahead and taste it. Nathan, cheers. Appreciate you, sir. It's pretty fucking delicious. I mean, this tastes like Bourbon County to me. It's so chocolatey. I love chocolate stouts. It's super, super fudgy. I love that. Not the chewiest beer, but the mouthfeel is like that medium. But there's this awesome, I mean, it's really, really fudgy, so you're getting that kind of desserty thing, but there's this decadent layer to this beer. I mean, we were smelling like that kind of burnt sugar macadamia thing. That's there. It reminds me of like when you used to go to the mall as a kid and you would walk by, what was the name of it was like that cookie place, and you could just smell like fresh baked cookies. It has like that desserty thing to it. That probably doesn't make sense, but it tastes like what that smelled like. So for what that's worth. But yeah, there's a good amount of like woody oakiness on the finish of that. Not like crazy overpowering, you know, the base beer where it can get like tannic, like over the top. It's not like that. It's just, this beer's so fudgy to me. It's always been like that. We smelled some dark fruits. There's some dark fruits on the finish of that. Kind of like that, like, I always say figs, plums, just because that's kind of like a generic dark fruit. But this is more like, even like a chocolate covered kind of a cherry thing. But yeah, I mean, this is Bourbon County. This beer is fantastic. I love this beer. I didn't drink this side by side with regular Bourbon County. I know Buds and Suds did that. I purposely did not watch their video on this yet, just because I really try not to watch reviews of beers that I'm going to drink. I don't know if I would be able to like pick out that this is a 12-year-old Elijah Craig barrel. If I was drinking this blind, it just tastes like Bourbon County to me. It's that insanely fudgy, awesome, in-your-face, big, huge Imperial Stout. So, when did we review? We reviewed 2014 Bourbon County, and then we reviewed 2015 or 2016. I mean, this beer has always been an A+, kind of 100 out of 100 beer for me. There's not like anything wrong with this beer for me. So this beer would be #100s for me. This is Bourbon County. I love this beer. I will always love this beer, even though they've sold out and everyone hates them and the whole dilly thing, whatever. So yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say. It's Bourbon County, but it's aged in Elijah Craig bourbon barrels. I'm not a bourbon drinker. I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between what other barrels they aged regular Bourbon County in this year. So it is what it is. So it's 100 out of 100. This beer's fire. I love it. So that's Goose Island Reserve Bourbon County brand stout. If you guys have had it, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Nathan, thanks again for sending this one, my brother. And that's it. I'll see you guys very soon. Cheers.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.